Hello everyone and welcome back to Kali Call of Darkness Season 3 Episode 12. The Dark Mother is calling Amala. I am so done. Like, the last episode ended so dramatically and so heartfelt. We were able to say goodbye, I'd say, to the people we love. And they all know what is going on, that Vaimul kidnapped us, that he wants Rishi in charge. And we had this beautiful moment with AMRIT. I'm so in love with this man. It's actually ridiculous. Like, I forgave him because that scene was so powerful. It literally deleted everything that he's done. Like, he is an ass. It's a fact. And he's a very proud guy. Perhaps because he was always told that he is he's meant for more. He's one of the most powerful families there is in Calcutta, so of course he would grow up to become arrogant, but he truly loves us. And he proved that last episodes. That scene between Amrit and Amala was so powerful. Like, I was actually in tears. It was so powerful. And we also learned that Rishi apparently is not having it with the plans of his father. So I'm saying he's just a pawn in his father's plans. And we found out that Vaimul led the nice little army to murder our entire family. He helped our family just to murder. He helped us to rot us out in the end. But yeah, let's see what's going to happen now. Oh god, episode 12, Blood Moon. Warning, this episode contains descriptions of murder and physical violence. Please read on with caution. Amidst the chaos, pain, and desperate screams stood the main puppeteer. Yeah, ain't that right? I'm so mad. The one who eagerly supported the idea of revenge. The one who volunteered to be the hand that would make the traitors pay the highest price. He is such a bitch. Oh, I am so mad. He looked upon the massacre he orchestrated with chilling indifference. The head of a family should always take responsibility for the consequences of their actions and decisions. They should remember that they also affect the people they lead, their family. That was the lesson that his father Raj taught his son Devadas. And Devadas was going to teach this to his growing son Amrit. Every eldest heir was meant to understand what responsibilities rested on their shoulders. And you, Indira, didn't learn this lesson. Well then, let me do you a favor by teaching you. You are such a... Oh! He looked down at the silver family ring on his finger. Silver. Yeah. A constant reminder that he was only second best and he would always be watching everything from within his brother's shadows, as he deserves if he's capable of something like this. Suddenly a scream of pain rang out, then drops of warm, scarlet liquid splattered across Vaimul's hands and clothes. Deserved! Perhaps dipping the ring in noble blood was going to change its color to gold? Is this man... Oh, Vaimul had listened to everything his father shared with Devadas, even if his brother took it for granted. But Vaimul wasn't the same. He was born to rule, and like a true leader, he was going to take what belonged to him. Apparently, it does not belong to you. Rishi was leaning over me, a puzzled expression on his face. Bazu, what's wrong with you? Are you sick? You collapsed suddenly. That's what really happened. All the pieces were falling into places instead of answering. I snapped back. I'm the one who's not sick here. The only one who doesn't slaughter friends as soon as they turn their back and who doesn't pretend to be an angel while acting like the lowest of creatures. Ooh. Despite everything, Rishi helped me up. I looked at him with contempt. How can you support your father? A murderer, a traitor. How can you wear his ring proudly? That's what it would have said. How can you wear the ring proudly? Like he's actually wearing the ring. Like I couldn't even look at that damn ring. Is that what you want to become? Are you eager to take his place in a place soaked in his friend's blood? What the hell are you talking about? Did you hit your head? Who killed the Basus? Who staged the massacre in Klibagrami? What does that have to do with... You don't know? Rishi stared at me blankly. They don't talk about this in our family. These matters do not concern anyone except the elders. That's what my father said. Path of loyalty. I was shocked to hear that even Rishi didn't know. He must have hidden that because he didn't want to scare you, but wanted to sow doubt instead. How can you trust someone who betrayed his friends and slaughtered their entire family? The fact that you don't know doesn't change anything. Vimal is a ruthless killer. Rishi recoiled from me, his eyes wide open. You're wrong, Amala. Surely you don't expect me to believe you at your word. You don't have to believe me. Believe the ring on your finger. That. A bearer of Brahim power. Don't you feel how many lives its master has taken? What, do you feel them? Even so, what am I supposed to do about it? Burn the ring! You had suspicions, didn't you? Rishi shyly put his hand wearing the ring in his pocket. Uh-huh. Then he said in a strangled voice, Enough talk. I'll take you back to your room. Or we'll both regret not going back right away. I'm not going anywhere. You'll have to drag me, Rishi. Your father won't take me alive. You're in no position to dictate terms, are you? You're here because my father ordered it. Your opinion doesn't matter. I stepped around him and continued walking. Yes! Who are you? Who are you to take my freedom away from me? But Rishi was in no hurry to let me go. He quickly caught up to me, grabbed my shoulder, and turned me around. Did I say you could leave? We're going back to that room. You doing nothing is more harmful than Vimal's action. You're just a shadow of your father. Honestly, you're doing nothing is more harmful than Vimal's actions. You're a bystander. You could do something. But you're choosing to be quiet and to accept everything without saying a word. That's a bystander. It makes you worse because you know that you should say something, but you play it safe because you don't want to be that guy. You stand on the sidelines and just follow his orders, but that doesn't make you any better. Who asks your opinion? Do you think I don't know that father isn't always right? Your words will influence Rishi's actions in the future. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. I did not mean to. Oh my god, I am horrible. What could you even do to him? He frowned, looking at me defiantly and exhausted. Then it dawned on me, that's not what he was saying. What could we even do to him? That's what he was actually asking, and he wasn't asking me but himself, as he had done countless times before. Rishi was obviously scared of his father and hesitated every time he had to follow his orders. Rishi is my child. Rishi is my child. I have to protect Rishi. Rishi, you're a good guy. Why? Why are you just standing there? In asking me how I could stand against Vimal, he was putting himself in my place, because he had been asking himself the same question every time he disagreed. Considering Vimal's brutality and Rishi's gentleness, it must have happened often. Yeah. That's why he chose to consider his father's principles the absolute truth and follow him blindly, because then he wouldn't have to think about whether he was good or bad. But the closer Kalipuya got, the clearer it was that Vimal had shifted to the wrong side. Rishi could see that and got scared. Again. I'd noticed his reluctance already in the past. Even that morning in the Kalikat, he seemed downcast. It's too late, Amala. Right now, father is preparing everything in the ritual hall. It's only a matter of time, and there's no time. He's almost done. Are you scared of him? It's how it should be. A good leader should be feared. Otherwise, there would be no respect. Isn't that obvious? A good leader should not be feared. He should be respected. Because as soon as some better ruler will come along, people will always choose that one side. A ruler should be respected. I was right. He's hesitating. This is not a lost cause yet. Rishi isn't like this. He's a gentle person who fell victim to his circumstances. Oh my god. Why? I did not push anything. Win Rishi over to your side. A leader shouldn't be feared. Yes. What did I say? He must be the first to follow the rules that he imposes. If a leader breaks their own rules, they're unsuited for that position. You tell him. You have a silver tongue, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Rishi, he's a heartless monster who killed his friend's entire family. Will Vimal spare you if he doesn't need you anymore? That though. He has no principles. Even the faith you profess is alien to him. Why do you think Devadas didn't take part in this? In what? Take part in what? Or do you know that my father is responsible for the massacre in Klipagrami? We saw it! I saw it just now! And the priest who was there wore a silver ring with a tiger. Your ring, Rishi! There's no point denying the truth. He couldn't have. The alliance, his honor, or principles. Grandfather taught us all this. No, he's petty. He's petty. That's why he doesn't have any principles. What do you want to do to father? If you have it your way, then what? Rishi. An eye for an eye. An eye for an eye. What's that supposed to mean? I want him dead, Rishi. I want to see him scream in pain, and his scream will echo those that filled Klipagrami on that night. You're no better than him. I chuckled, disappointed. You think so? My strange smile quickly faded from my lips. Fine, it'll be up to you to decide his fate. This is my offer to you. If you join me, the choice will be yours. If you refuse, you'll both die. Ah, yes. Rishi looked lost. He was taught to do what he was told without asking questions, but the most difficult thing for a leader was making his own decision exactly. This is very serious. When it's all over, you'll have to take your place in the new hierarchy. Think about what kind of world you want to live in. Even if you become the head of the Dubai family, he will continue to push you around and bully you. I will be the son of a traitor. It's not going to be much better. You will be the son of a traitor, perhaps, but you will be making your own name. You will be making your own name, and that will have nothing to do with your father anymore. You won't be the you won't be the son of a traitor anymore. Anything can be forgiven if you make an effort. You're not that kind of person, Rishi. You gave Rishi food for thought. He will make his choice at a crucial moment. He waved me off. Many families have sided with father. He has a chance of coming up on top. The Prasad family is with him. The Banerjee also promised to support us if Yaya becomes my wife. It's important to me that this happens. What's so special about Yaya? He loves her. If I have to put up with the horrors happening around me, I want at least my marriage to be happy. I feel so bad for Rishi. He seems so lost. As in not completely lost like he lost his senses, but he seems like lost at his wits' ends with his psychological health right now. He seems completely done. He doesn't know what to do anymore. He has the feeling that everything he does could mean something fatal for him and for the people he cares about, I'd say. He's in love with her. Yes, you don't have to put up with anything. Everything can change. The Banerjee will pay for it just like your father. Honestly, you don't have to put up with anything. You're better off changing everything rather than adjusting to what you don't like. Going against my father, Amala, is madness. Is it? It's madness to follow the orders of a lunatic. That? Independence, yes. Rishi shook his head dismissively. Besides, Yaya is in love with Kiran. Yeah. It can't be. It is like that. They spend a lot of time together and the way they look at each other, it's obvious. Rishi pursed his lips and looked away. It's impossible. You just got here. And I've been... What? Courting her? No, but I couldn't because I was already engaged, but now... Rishi, she won't be happy with you. Think about that too. More and more people are learning about the feelings between Kiran Basu and Yaya Banerjee, yes! We heard male voices somewhere in the distance. I suddenly felt horrified, realizing that I'd been talking too much. Let me go. I have to get out of here. Do you want Kiran and me to die? No, I can't help you. You won't get away from here. Father's men are everywhere, and people from other families are also arriving. I grabbed Rishi's hands and looked him in the eyes. They were wide open, full of doubt, fears, and inner turmoil. You're a good person. He is. That's the problem here. The good people always get the short end of the stick. I'm pretty sure I don't want to jinx anything, but I have the feeling he's gonna side with us in the moment of truth, and he's gonna be the one that dies in the end because he protected us. It's always the good ones that get the short end of the stick. You're a good person. I know that. That's why you feel torn about following your father's orders. With those words, I hid my face with my head covering, turned around and rushed away. I prayed to the gods that Rishi wouldn't call out to me or chase me. One of Vimal's attendants approached Rishi. Young master, are you with a mate in the garden at this hour? No, Hansel. Everything is fine. Does your father have anything to worry about? I'm telling you, no. No go. Rishi thought about what you said to him and didn't give you away. You gave him a chance to turn his life around. And that's why Rishi is the MVP of this episode. That's why Rishi is the MVP. To get from the garden to the exit, I had to cross a hallway. When I came across someone, I had to cover my face and look down submissively. As it turned out, the house was full of Vimal's people in every hallway and hiding behind every corner. Fortunately, they didn't care about a maid. I was already close to the main exit when someone called out to me. Going somewhere? I froze, then mumbled. I'm going to the kitchen as the master ordered. Right. I walked away faster, but I had no idea where the kitchen was. God, where should I go? The man I saw with Rishi in the garden entered the hallway and I bumped into him. Without saying anything to me, he reached for my head covering, pulling it away from my face. I wanted to shake off his hand, but he grabbed me tightly. Runaway Basu. Found myself between two of Vimal's men who had realized who I was in less than a minute. I hate this bullshit. You want to murder me? For what? I had no choice but to start running, no matter in which direction, as long as I could get lost in the hallways of that huge house. Hansel was taken aback, but Yaman, who was already used to my temper and knew what to expect from me, rushed after me. Where are you running, miss? You'll just fall into someone else's hands. Kindness of God is path. I'm capable of more than just running away. I'll get tired eventually. I'm exhausted, which cannot be said about him. Can I use my abilities like I did earlier today? I saw a beautiful small vase in front of me. I could never affect the big one, but I had a chance with that one. It was quite far and I only had a few seconds to try to do something with it. Make the vase shatter in Yaman's face. What the fuck? Get entangled in your own power. Yeah, because we are just like that, you know. The day had been long and exhausting, so I wasn't thinking clearly anymore, especially at that moment when I needed to act quickly. Interact with space through my energy. I don't have time to think. My panicked attempt to concentrate my energy into a single flow and my awkward hand wave only caused the air to vibrate. I felt confused. I was too distracted and scared to do it properly. Shaken by the unpleasant sensation, I had to slow down. The second man cut up to us and blocked my way. Grabbing my arm, he pulled me toward the stairs. You think we're idiots? You dressed up in rags thinking you wouldn't get caught running around like a headless chicken. Yaman grabbed my other arm, tightly squeezing it in anger. It hurt me. I frowned, glowering at him. Oh, why is our mistress so angry? I am so mad. You could see that I was completely done with this entire scene. I was so done. Open your eyes, you idiots. Do you have any idea who you're talking to? I yanked both of my arms free with undisguised irritation and snapped. Who do you think I am? Some kind of dog? Even in the dirtiest rags, I'm still superior to you. The men were taken aback as I stepped closer and roughly shoved one of them. He barely moved but looked slightly disconcerted. Even if I break your nose right now, I'll get away with it, and you'll scrape your own blood off the ground and keep quiet. Pooh! Calm down, you must have a death wish. Are you looking for a fight on your last day? You can be sure that before I die, I will curse you and your families. That, though, I belong to a sacred family, so you can be sure that Mahadevi will listen to my last wish. Woohoo! I'll die, and then you will writhe in pain. Would you like that? Or maybe you should smarten up and be more polite to the one whose family has ruled you since the beginning of time. Wow! Use your words, girl. Hansel clenched his jaw, looking at Yaman, who was clearly in charge. We heard you, miss. You put Vimal's men in their place from now on. They will be more respectful to you. Oh, thank you. Before my death, they will give me a kiss. What is that supposed to be? Whether you want to or not will bring you back up anyway. A mate is waiting for you. She prepared everything at the behest of the master. Oh, thank you. I get the new outfit for my death. Prepared what? You will be dressed up for you. This is people. They took me back upstairs. What could I run? What could I do? Ahead of me lay only uncertainty, but it would be short-lived. I am so mad. Meanwhile, in the Dubai's residence, preparations were in full swing. Now that the cards were on the table, there was no point in lingering. Ratan had returned to Masvitala for a while to regain strength. Gillian had gone to the embassy to get what he needed and was supposed to be back in half an hour. Lima had agreed to stay with Kiran to keep an eye on him, on the condition that one of Amrit's men would protect them. He could trust very few people, so the choice fell on Sheka. Amrit considered it unsafe for them to stay in his residence since Vimal and his people had access to it. Sheka went to get the car to take Lima and Kiran back to Amala's apartment.
I'll personally take you there and make sure you're safe. Let's wait for Sheka.
Amrit was gone for a while, giving orders to his people. The families that supported him sent some of their sons to their guards. Rai, Thakur, some other families, Kiran couldn't remember all of their names. A major conflict between the members of the elite was about to begin. A few minutes later, Amrit returned to the hall and sat down on the sofa, trying to keep his back straight. Kiran noticed that Amrit looked a little tired. This is all very draining. Your uncle has given us so much trouble. Are you worried about the rift in your family? He has given us so much trouble, but it would be like him saying, Great, your family is so nice. He has given us so much trouble. Are you worried about the rift in your family? Right now, I don't think he's more worried about anything than us being in the hands of Vimal, so this is all very draining.
I can only guess how tired you are. You are responsible for everything that will happen next. I'm used to it.
Kindness of God is why. Lima was not sitting far away from them, but she didn't understand what they were talking about. Amrit saw no reason to talk in English unless it concerned the preparations. They're talking in Bengal? Yes!
I was trained to be ready to solve problems, even if they are problems of our own making. I can't imagine how much it must hurt you.
Amrit, who was sitting opposed Kiran, looked down, then thoughtfully he answered,
Sometimes I think that you and Amala were lucky to be raised in a different place, in a different way. You protect each other and don't expect to get stabbed on the back. Yeah, that's a great luxury.
Wow. Amrit. Oh, Amrit is hurt.
I thought you all stood up for each other. And yet my father didn't reveal the real prophecy to anyone. He expected the worst from everyone around him. I know you heard it.
I did.
It was difficult for me to understand, but when your father started reciting the prophecy, everything became clear for some reason.
How? I keep on saying he's the Messiah. Kiran shrugged his shoulders.
It's like I was in some kind of trance. It was a weird feeling.
Amrit knows. Your choice will affect the future. He knows.
Anyway, anyone here can cause problems. It's important to learn how to solve them quickly.
We do realize that they're talking in Bengal, right? They're both talking in Bengal. I'm so proud of Kiran. Amrit rubbed his eyes, then sat up straight again. There was so much anxiety and pain in that movement, but he managed to hide it remarkably well.
You're worried about her.
He's in love.
I'd use a different word.
Amrit.
So you and her are a couple.
Amrit pursed his lips in irritation. He didn't want to be rude, but he strongly disliked discussing those topics.
A couple is a dull and trivial concept that you use in England. That's not the way we see it here.
You see the soulmates?
Amala is more than just a potential partner for me. She's my fated partner, the one I'm destined to spend my life with.
Prove it! Prove it! Prove it! Amrit let out a laugh, managing to keep to himself everything else he wanted to say.
What? Do you think I'm asking something weird? I find it ridiculous. I don't owe you anything. But I'm a brother. It's customary for you to consider a man responsible for a woman. A man. Immature boys have nothing to do with this.
Are we again with the immature boys? Are you kidding me? He showed so much balls today. What you mean?
Your uncle turned out to be an asshole. Do you think I can give my sister to you without a care in the world?
That though, Kiran. Amrit finally looked at Kiran. It was a hard stare that didn't bode well.
Bazoo, watch your mouth. Do you seriously want me to ask your permission to have the one that already belongs to me?
Okay, sir, we're gonna have a serious problem. I may be, we're soulmates. Like I keep on using that word because it is the truth, okay? I see him as my soulmate. Like we are both literally the same. We tease each other and we both drive each other mad, but our desire for each other is stronger. That's why I keep calling him my soulmate. But I don't belong to you, okay? We use I belong to you in order to just say, yeah, I can't imagine my life with anyone that isn't you. So I say I belong to you. Because I can't imagine my life without you. You're the only one I want. That's why we use I belong. But I don't necessarily belong to you. I'm not an object. You can't just say I belong to you. I don't like the way he is saying it.
No, because she doesn't belong to...
Kiran understands where I'm coming from. She does not belong to you. Lima immediately noticed a change in Amrit's mood as she had seen him like that before. She started feeling alarmed.
You're trying to meddle in affairs you're too young to understand. The last thing I'm going to do is convince you of my worth. She wants to be with me. I want to be with her. And I'll kill whoever has the slightest intention of harming her. Thomas Vitella will seem like paradise to Weimel when I get to him and break all his bones. Not a single person, not a single cursed being can stop me from getting to Amala, my future wife.
You do realize that you're kinda just proving to him that you want us?
Ever made myself clear? One more outburst like that, Bazoo, and I'll have to teach you how you can and can't not talk to me.
Are you kidding me? What the hell is going on? Lima knows.
If I didn't love her, I wouldn't be sitting here with you. I take no pleasure in wasting my time on this.
Amrit confessed his love to you in front of everyone, yes.
You'll still have to respect me.
Dad, you respect my child.
Yes, and I will.
Oh.
When you'll become a part of our society and only in those matters that concern you, then I answer your question.
Well, I suppose you did.
He loves her, this posh,
arrogant guy. Wow.
At least it's in his best interest to save Mala as soon as possible, so it's a good thing.
Yes, he loves us, and I love him. Suddenly, their conversation was interrupted by a woman Kiran had never seen before. Sheka led her into the room. He was holding some car keys, so he must have met the stranger in the courtyard.
Master, there is this lady. Ah, father's bed warmer.
Huh? Oh, hell no. I knew something was bitchy about this woman. As soon as Lima saw her, she leaped off the couch. You.
What's going on? Who is she?
Jane just glanced at Lima nonchalantly. Then she immediately turned to Amrit. Master Dubai, may I speak to your father? It's urgent. No, you can't.
I'm the one you speak to now. I'm in charge. What do you want?
You? Yes, him. Yes.
Do I need to repeat myself? Are you dense?
Sorry. You wanted to be a toy, right? What are you doing here? Can you stay out of this place? You're actually working for them? I don't have to explain myself to you. Oh, this little bitch. Let's smack her. You're so done. Leave her, let's go. What, are you going to report to me? Good luck with that. Try living in Calcutta for years without the protection of one of the main families. Do you think I'm the only one?
Oh, she must be from the embassy. What, does this mean that she's been leaking information all this time? How many people like her are there? Why don't you sit down and make yourself comfortable? Shaka, bring them some tea. The ladies want to chat.
The irony he's using right now. The rage! AMRIT crossed his arms, clearly exhausted. This is so hilarious. Sorry, I'll get to the point.
Traitor, Mother told me she had a bad feeling about her, but I can't remember exactly what she said and when.
You were suspicious of Jane from the very beginning. Of course. All respect point. Grant is gathering people. The ambassador has assigned him a squad, and he's serious about it. Lightwood crossed paths with him in the corridor. They were talking about something. It seems that they are planning a strike.
Just what we need. Idiot foreigners getting in the way.
A squad? A strike? AMRIT didn't bother answering.
Shaka, put them in the car. I'll be right there.
He looks so fine. The man nodded and led everyone into the hallway. Kiran vaguely heard a maid's voice. Miss Sharma has arrived with your cousin. He demands to see you. Excuse me. Lalit was standing in the hallway, clearly nervous. When she noticed Kiran, she immediately rushed to him, talking to him in English. Basu, what the hell is going on? Where did she go? Why are the dozen going crazy? My husband is freaking out. He didn't even wait until morning. We came straight here from the festival. Father isn't answering his phone.
You really don't know?
Don't know what?
Your father's a murderer!
There's a rift in your family. Yeah, your father's a murderer.
He kidnapped Amala and betrayed the rest of the Bizu family.
The Dubai family, let's go. Lalit stared at Kiran. Then she said slowly, nuancing every syllable. Did you fall on your head? Independence, let's go.
Don't look at me like that. Your husband will find out for himself. Believe it or not, I don't care.
Ooh! She looked helplessly at Lima, who nodded. That's right, that's why I'm here. Lalit smoothed down her dark hair, not knowing what to do with her hands. Kiran sighed and asked her in Bengali, let's go! Oh my god, let's go! Let him use his powers, yes.
I don't know anything about this.
Why would they tell me? I'm no longer at Dubai. But Rishi...
Does he have anything to do with this?
I'm sure he does. That's why he was so nice to you this morning. He was probably thinking about how he was about to murder your sister. She pressed her lips in a thin line and then she suddenly shrieked. Damn them. Asuras, all of them. What kind of madness is this? Pacing around the room, Lalit wailed. Father, I can understand. Only the goddess knows what the hell is going on in his head. But Rishi, my brother. Oh, Lalit seems hurt.
They seem to be forcing people to pick sides. Some join the older brother, others the younger one. I've heard from AMRIT that they are suspecting the Prasads and the Banerjees. There's already 2 of 10 families.
Lalit stared blankly ahead. It was clearly a nightmare for her to have to choose between one side of her family and the other, between her father and her uncle, between her brother and her cousin.
Amala and Rishi are close to her. I'm getting nervous. Lalit, what are you thinking about?
Damn it, Basu. What the hell do you think? Rather, why are you standing here and not running around trying to save Amala?
That's what everyone else is doing right now. I don't want to get in the way. I did everything I could.
A sensible idea for once. Lali, don't come on bitchin'. How long are we going to stand here chatting, Kiran? I'm very tired. I don't like it here. Let's go.
Wait a second. Lalit, we need to talk. Physically, there's not much I can do to help, but I'm a smart and enterprising guy. I have to find a way to be useful to Mala. Listen, the shaman should be on our side.
Oh, really? Tell me more. What else do you think the shamans should be doing?
Stop it. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Ooh. You tell her. I've had a shitty day too, can't you see that? We have to do something besides whining.
Weren't you the one looking down on us, on our culture, our traditions? Now what? Do you think you're the head of the Pesu family?
No, but he has to, take charge now that we are missing. What the fuck do I care about your culture right now, Lalit? My sister's missing. That's all I care about.
That's why Kiran is my son.
That's why this man is my son.
What does the Sharma family have to do with it? Lima, who was watching the two youngsters practically hissing at each other, chimed in. I don't know what you're talking about, but you need to take it down a notch. Lalit ignored her. We don't owe you anything. This is a dangerous conflict. When two tigers fight, heads roll. How can I even choose between my family members? Kiran tried to calm down. He spoke in a soft, soothing voice.
Well, think about what will happen if Amal becomes the head of your family in the dozen. There will be a chaos, a massacre, no peace for you, and you might go back to living under his tyrannical rules.
He's not... Stopping your thoughts now, girl? She fell silent. You know better, girl. Don't ya? Kiran kept pushing.
What will happen instead if AMRIT gets in charge? He will appreciate your support, and he's been kind to you, right?
He always took the beating for you, girl.
Yes, very. Isn't the choice obvious? Support those who take their rightful place, not those who kill their relatives.
And their friends. Lalit knows the tea.
Their friends?
I learned something. It was long ago. It was an accident. My father married me off right after that, even before the planned date. He wanted to separate me from my brother so that I wouldn't say too much.
What are you talking about?
What detail are we missing? Lalit looked at Kiran sympathetically. It was a very soft look, rather unusual for her. She shook her head. Not now, Pazu. This is not the right time. You better pray for your sister. I'll tell you later if you want, I promise. Kiran paved the way for Sharmans to support AMRIT. I've nothing to say to you now. It will be my husband's decision, but I'll talk to him. I don't think he particularly likes my father anyway. Even he saw through his shit. Oh, I love this. She turned around and went back to the hall to join AMRIT and her husband. A few moments later, everyone was driven home. The darkness of the night had fallen onto the city. The day had been eventful and exhausting. However, everyone seemed alert and ready to go. Adrenaline and fear drowned out all senses of fatigue. Music was playing loudly in the neighboring streets. People were dancing, singing songs, and celebrating. AMRIT got out of the car and held the door open for Lima and Kiran.
Go ahead. I'll talk to Chaka. He'll come up after you.
Listen, Dubai. You want to say thank you? Lima tucked a strand of fiery hair behind her ear, gathering her thoughts. Yeah. Aww. Yeah, she cares about us. We love it. Please do everything you can to help them. And her.
Them?
Lightwood and the embassy people who are innocent will be there. They're just doing their job. They are not going to interfere in your affairs. This is very important. Your family fights don't concern us. Get her out of there and then do whatever you want.
Yes.
Why that question? AMRIT took a step toward Lima. She didn't move and just lifted her head and not taking her eyes off him. Do not make me ship. I'm a multi-shipper and he's mine. Do not make me ship.
Then why did your secretary tell me that Gabriel Grant is gathering people?
To help Amala, of course. Yeah, because I started something I can't finish.
Oh no. Though it started long before Kalipuya, Amala's disappearance is just an excuse to stick your nose where it doesn't belong.
Amrit turned to Kiran. As joyful girls in bright clothes rushed past them, he went silent for a moment. Kiran had already forgotten Kalipuya was still in full swing. When their eyes met, they turned away shyly and giggled embarrassed. Yeah, because our brother is fine. I said that the first time I saw him on screen. He's fine.
Kiran, tell us how it really is.
What you mean?
Oh no, why is he asking me? Does he think I can't lie to him? Gabriel did plan this before this all mess started. I remember Mala mentioning it.
Due to one of your past choices, you found out that Gabriel was scheming against Amrit. Oh, right. Wasn't that when we were taking a walk in the park? Or was it when we had that talk in the office and after that he talked to us outside?
We're really left to say yes. Amrit already knows the truth. Maybe he's testing me to see whose side I'm really on. That's...
I'm gonna start something I can't finish. That's true. That's not true. That's not true.
Amala said that. Well, he has no interest in doing anything like that. Like how I'm going to tell him the truth. Let Gabriel do what he has in mind. He'll scare these psychos. Are you a liar, Bazoo?
I can't. He looks way too fine. Oh my god. Lima clasped her hands. For God's sake, what happens to Grant doesn't concern me at all. I'm only asking you to help Amala and Killian. Lima walked inside the building, motioning for Kiran to follow her. He looked at Amrit one last time.
Help my sister, please.
Oh, Kiran. Then he left. Amrit turned to Sheka.
Protect them. I'll hold you responsible, got it?
Ooh! Next time you're not just gonna get a beat down. Next time you're gonna pay for your life. You're gonna pay with your life.
Protect the boy with your life.
Wow.
As for the woman, do what you can. Of course, master. I'm sure Mala's not the only one Vimala's targeting. I can't get a damn toothbrush out of my head. You're talking about... Yes, collecting energy is a very serious matter. Remember?
When they got to the right floor, Kiran suddenly froze. What's wrong?
The door. It's unlocked. Look.
Who is in our apartment? Minus respect. The lock seemed fine, but the door was ajar. It wasn't one of us who left it open, right? Keelan and Gabriel are at the embassy and we just got here.
I think I know who did this.
You shared the keys with the Chauhan, so they opened the door. I knew it. For my next playthrough, we're gonna be as bitchy as we can be. Sympathy is not gonna win. Because that way we're gonna give her the key. At that moment, voices rang out and then people came out of the apartment. Fine, Tim Ritwick. I'll make you clean. Oh.
Look, madam, the boy fell right into our hands.
I'm sorry. Kiran reacted without even thinking about it. He had been expecting something like that from Mrs. Chauhan. What is this? Ritwik instantly lunged toward Lima, but Kiran quickly pushed her aside and held his arm high to protect himself. Thanks to Amrit, Kiran knew that Priyanka was dangerous. Yes. Lima fell to the floor, looking dumbfounded at the smiling woman who had once welcomed her into her house. Thanks to Kiran's quick thinking, however, Lima didn't get hurt. Kiran tried to shield Lima, glaring at Priyanka.
What the hell? Get away from us. Amrit and Sheka will be here in a second and they're going to rip your heads off.
Kiran, who taught you to speak to your elders like that? You are not someone to be respected if you break into my house, girl. Path of loyalty, yeah. No path of loyalty in the next playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go with the independence route because that way we can actually say something. Your sister wouldn't talk to me like that. And that's the problem, bitch. You must have picked it up at school. Well, never mind. We'll fix it. Girl, you're gonna stay right where you are. She leaned toward Kiran. This woman is insane. The fact that she can't get children messed up her brain, I think. She leaned toward Kiran, eyes wide open and a smile on her face. My boy should be well-mannered, my hair.
What the hell, you crazy old woman? Madam, can I slap him? Listen to him, he's not watching his mouth.
No. You're not gonna touch my child.
Be careful, don't bruise my son. Hurry up, we don't want to run into the Dubai's car dog.
Her son? She's gone bonkers. She's going to regret this. Curse Priyanka. You know what? Curse her, Priyanka.
Why can we curse someone? Kiran gritted his teeth beside himself with rage. Just the sight of that insane woman who had gone to the most extreme lengths in the grip of her unhealthy obsession made his stomach turn. He squeezed his hand, imagining Priyanka's throat in it. Ooh! This image suddenly made his chest feel strangely warm, almost as if he was losing control. When Kiran spoke, he didn't sound like himself. Like I said, he's the fucking Messiah. He's the Messiah, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. It just keeps on becoming more and more obvious. We know that Bazoom men don't have any connection with like this supernatural stuff. Only the Dubai man and the Basu women. He's a Bazoom man, but he looks like a Dubai and he has the capabilities a Dubai man possesses. So he is a mixed one. He is the Messiah. I keep on telling you, it has to be him. He has to be the Messiah. There was so much venom in his voice that it resembled more the hiss of a cobra. Yes. He says he's cursing you all. I actually thought, you say, I'm gonna curse you, as in symbolically, but this choice actually meant I'm gonna actually curse you. Oh my god. Yes, curse her ass. Curse her ass.
You'll pay for this. You'll pay for everything, Priyanka Banerjee.
Wow. A dark flame flickered in his green eyes and blood rushed to his cheeks. Wow. Show them all what you really are, son.
You weren't destined to have children and you will never have them. Never. Curse you for everything you've done. I will never be your son. I will become the source of your suffering. Wow. Just as you have become the source of mine. Which curse you.
Kiran cursed Priyanka. This will affect the plot. We said we're gonna curse her. Priyanka looked seriously frightened. She flinched nervously and yelled,
Ritvik, shut him up.
Kiran didn't have time to say another word. Ritvik knocked him out with a punch to his neck. He did not lay hands on my child. Oh, he's gonna be the first one to die. Dizzy, Kiran felt about to pass out.
We're screwed.
Take them away through the back door before Sheka shows up. He'll kill us both if he sees us.
Don't worry, madam. Look, he's still chatting with Dubai. We've got a couple of minutes for sure.
Kiran collapsed on his side, his eyes rolling back. My child. I stood still while Madhu was changing my clothes. Oh, that whore. She is still here. Wasn't my blow against your effing jaw too much? It wasn't enough? My soul felt completely empty. I was terrified. I didn't pay any attention to the fabric she wrapped around me. All my thoughts were focused on how hopeless my situation was. She actually wants to dress us up for her death. I'm gonna murder every single one here. That outfit, though.
Your death as the Messiah symbolizes the end of the cycle and the beginning of a new life, a rebirth.
You are disgusting. You're disgusting. Woman, you're dressing me up for my death. I don't give a fuck how I look like.
That's why your outfit is white.
Thank you, girl. Thank you for saying what I think. Thank you for being me in this entire story. I don't give a damn.
Now let's empathize your importance. I am so mad, ladies and gentlemen.
No, it's this one. Mahadevi crown. Haha, that's funny.
The sun symbolizes the power and authority of the Basu family, and the moon carries the wisdom and foresight of the Dubai's family.
Will you shut up? Thank you. I'm so weak. They're actually dressing us up for our death. Is this game for real?
These stones.
I don't care! I swung my hand and Madhu instinctively flinched. You know what happens. One more word and you'll get hit again. Didn't you have enough already? I literally said that. Wasn't my punch hard enough? Madhu touched her broken nose. I don't give a damn what this fucking outfit means. I'm telling you to shut up. That though.
Master told me to explain to you the meaning of each aspect of the ritual.
And I tell you that I don't care. This is a murder, not a ritual. I don't care what kind of rags I die in. You tell her, girl. Suddenly I heard voices and noises coming from the hallway. Some of them seemed familiar to me. What's going on out there? Yaman was standing by the slightly open door. He had politely turned away when Madhu had started changing my clothes, not wanting to insult me.
These are sect matters, miss.
Vaimos men are polite when talking to you. Oh, how generous of you. Have you all come to watch the ritual?
To participate, rather. The sacrifice of the Messiah to the glory of Mahadevi Kali is rare and a very significant event. Your precious blood will grant them the blessing of the Dark Mother and good luck.
Luck is the last thing my blood will grant them. Once I reach the other world, I'll make sure that it brings them only misfortune. Thank you. Thank you. Yaman shrugged his shoulders about to leave.
The souls of those whose bodies are sacrificed don't return so easily from Tamas Vitala. Bring her to the ritual room when I tell you, Madhu.
Yaman left, closing the door. I am so done with this entire situation. I turned to Madhu. What's happening? The maid hesitated. She was reluctant to speak. Kindness of God is past. I swung my hand against scaring her. You better speak if you care about your face. Otherwise, I'll take that candlestick and I'll beat you until my own hand hurts. Madhu recoiled from me.
The Prasads and the Chauhans have arrived. Maybe the Banerjis too.
3 families. The Chauhans? Is Priyanka here too?
Yes, they brought the boy who was promised to them.
Who was promised to them, ladies and gentlemen? I am weak. That's why she wanted him to stay there so badly. She thinks that he belongs to her. I am weak.
For the ritual and the red-haired woman.
I rushed toward her, holding her by her shoulders. The boy? What boy? Madhu was frozen in terror, but she didn't dare to remain silent.
Your brother, Miss Kirampasu.
My fingers trembled and my heart started pounding. Brother? My brother? And a red-haired woman?
I saw them at the Dubai's estate earlier tonight. He was talking to Yaya Banerjee. I don't know what happened next or where he was taken.
At the Dubai's estate? AMRIT's house?
Yes, they all gathered there to find you.
And all the while you were hiding right under their noses, you snake!
Your brother is smart. He barely looked at me and immediately guessed that I ran away after that. He probably told everyone right away.
I roughly pushed Madhu away from me. She grabbed onto the dresses to keep from falling down. Kiran is here. They're probably dragging him to the ritual room from my visions. And Lima too. Oh my god, of course she was there with him, protecting him. Oh no. How could I have let this happen? I feel so bad for her. Like, she's trying to do everything she can to protect the people they love, and they are still coming after them. I hate everything. My gaze fell on the door. I remembered I didn't hear the lock click. Stand still if you don't move. Don't move, please. I'm done with please. Stand still if you want to live. I'm going to go get my brother. I swear on my life. If you move even just an inch, the last thing you'll see will be my fist. That. The last thing you will see is my fist, you little bitch. The trembling maid silently watched me open the door and rush out. You better be there. You better remain where the fuck you are. I am so mad, people. As it turned out, there were guards by the door. Hansel, who was momentarily distracted, was so surprised that he almost fell off his chair.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
He rushed after me. I ran as fast as I could, not knowing where. Nothing mattered anymore. Waiting for help, coming up with a plan. No, it was all going to take too long. I was in such a state that if anyone had dared to touch me, I could have bitten their hand off. You do not touch the people I love. Kiran and Lima were in danger right there, right then. It was my fault. I feel so bad for her, like she has such a big heart. Like she says everything around here happening is my fault. They wanted to help me, they wanted to save me, and they ended up being dragged here to be hurt. I feel so bad for her. Both of them could have been safe in England, but instead they were there because of me. Their lives were in my hands, and it was as if I had just squeezed my fingers, destroying any future they might have had. I won't let this happen.
Wait, miss, there is nothing you can do. You'll only make it worse.
Hansel, shut up. 2 more men rushed after me, alerted by the screaming.
Hansel, Ritwik, what the hell is going on here? Look, the bazoo woman has escaped. She's wild, just like the younger one.
You're gonna fucking shut up, because I'm gonna get your ass as well. I already said he's gonna be the first one to die. Alongside with Weimel. Another man called out from one of the many rooms.
Hey, do you need help? Why does she keep running around? Are you playing with her or what? We'll deal with her.
You're gonna try dealing with me. I'm gonna fucking break everything. 3 men rushed after me, trying to catch me. I was on edge, my strength and agility fueled by how terrified I was. I was trying so hard to escape, I couldn't let them catch me again. The outfit that Madhu put on me was getting in the way, but I didn't pay attention to it. All the doors in the hallway seemed blocked by several people. I almost reached the main door when a few male hands roughly grabbed me and pulled me back. Will you fucking let me go? I felt Hansel and Yaman lifted me by the shoulders and I found myself on my knees. Ritwik cursed.
You disobedient bitch.
You did not just come... Oh, like I said, he's gonna be the first one to die.
Don't talk to her like that. Do you even know who she is?
You actually talk to me the exact same way. You talk to me the exact same way. Until I pick that diamond choice. You are silent in that corner.
She's a bazoo. You'll pay for such words. I don't care who she is. Now she belongs to the master, which means she's worth nothing.
I started squirming and yelling, and all the despair that had accumulated over the past few hours poured into my scream. Let me go! Let me go or you'll regret it, all of you! I will destroy you! Ritwik spat on the floor and then slapped me in the face with the back of his hand. He did not touch me. He's gonna be the first one to die, like I said. The blow made my head jerk back. Everything went dark for a second. I felt as if I was lost in space for a few moments. Ouch. My lips suddenly felt wet. A metallic taste spread in my mouth. The men held me tight as if they thought I could slip away again at any moment. Their fingers dug into my skin hard enough to leave bruises. It hurt, but one thought was much more painful than any of that. It shattered all hope and deprived me of strength. I wasn't going to get out of there, no matter how hard I tried, no matter how much I tricked them or begged them. That was it. That was the place where I was going to die. Where my brother was going to die, where the Bazoo family would end its bloodline. Tears welled into my eyes, and I knew that if I tried to blink them away, I was just going to burst out crying. I hate this. No, don't you dare. Fight this. Fight this. Fight this. Dig your nails into your palms. That's what I would do. I clenched my fists so hard that my nails almost broke my skin. A sharp, throbbing pain shot through me, sobering me up. I really needed that. It distracted me from the sense of panic and gave me the strength to fight on. Do something, Amala. Don't be scared. Why loyalty?
What is she mumbling?
Hansel twisted my arm. My muscles cramped so hard that my fingers twitched. He was trying to make it clear that I wasn't going to go anywhere.
Come on, hurry up. Dracker there, Mr. the Boo's waiting.
I'm gonna literally call him like that. He has everything ready. Nah.
And the boy? Yes, she brought that cup to kill him.
The boy? Who was she? What cup? Kill him?
I knocked him out so hard that he almost died in my arms. She would have had a fit if that happened. There's also a woman, pretty. I'm not sure what they're going to do with her. What, are you putting yourself forward?
They started laughing. Their grip on me felt as tight as ever. I couldn't stand it. Helpless tears started rolling down my face. No, not my brother. Lima, please take me, but they...
Oh, what's this, tears?
I sobbed, trying to hold back my overwhelming emotions. The game was over. There was nothing I could do. Absolutely nothing. Grandma and Mom protected their precious children, knowing what was waiting for us in Calcutta. Indira, who went insane, was going to be left alone. Her worst nightmare had come true. The Dark Mother had gotten to the Basu family. I feel so bad. My heart is breaking for her. Honestly, I'm feeling sick. Like I'm actually feeling nauseous. I could throw up. Suddenly, I heard some commotion coming from outside the door. The men tilted their heads to the side, confused. Are these my men coming for me? Is this AMRIT coming for me?
What's happening out there? No guests? Are the families from the dozen coming in? I don't know. I should go take a look. Aren't we waiting for Ritwik? Go check it out.
Ritwik had hardly taken a step when the main door of the former Basu residence crashed open. My child! My children are here! All of my children are here! Yes, my child is here. He says, yes, Ratan, yes. I'm sorry, hold up just a second. Why are Amrit and Ratan... why can you see Ratan and Amrit perfectly, but my baby Killian not? You could only see one half of his face. What you mean? But anyways, my soulmate is here. All right, let's break their asses. 3 tall, imposing figures appeared in front of us. Now these are kings. Amrit, Killian, and Ratan. Behind them were people. Oh yes! The first thing they saw was me crying with a split lip on my knees with men holding me on either side. There was a fire burning in Amrit's eyes. Oh, that's rage. That's a killing desire. He slowly shifted his gaze from the first man to the second, then to the third. Oh, let the demons take care of them. Let the souls take care of them. And then he looked back at me as I stared at him as my greatest and last hope. Amrit clenched his fists and shadows he summoned yes! Use the shadows, like I said. It was a quick and silent movement, nothing more than a wave of his hand, his family ring shimmering on his finger. Yes, use it. Use the power you've been given, son. Several dark creatures crawled out of the walls and obediently attacked Ritwik. Nah, I don't care. You're gonna die. Die. Completely die. Oh, his eyes are shining. He is so hot. Like this version of him, it's such a turn on. They latched onto his arms, legs, his neck, and his face. They gnawed at him, tore him into pieces, and drove him mad. Bye-bye. God. Yes. Die. Yes! Amrit being me, like I said, my soulmate.
Die, you useless creatures.
Amrit won't tolerate anyone hurting you. He is not having any of this. Hansel and Yaman watched with undisguised horror as the tormented souls devoured the other man. It hurts. Yes, it should hurt, you little bitch. Amrit squeezed his fist tighter, furious, and Ritwik's voice quickly faded away. The others were shaking in terror. They all stepped inside the house, promising hell for everyone who mistreated me. Yes, I heard more voices behind them. They hadn't come alone. The noise attracted more people from the inside the house. Yes! Up to the point everyone had ignored my screams and Yaman, Ritwik, and Hansel's laughter. Yeah, of course, because why not? I can scream however I want. I'm gonna die. But when strangers broke in, a whole group of people ran into the hall. I was no longer restrained. As I collapsed on the floor, I lifted my head. Hope rekindled inside me. Maybe all was not lost yet. My children are here. My babies are here. My soulmate is here. Everything is going to be just fine. I started crawling away from where I knew the slaughter was about to begin. Amrit pulled out a blade I hadn't seen before. Oh, tell me it was used for the sacrifices and I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna scream. Those following behind him, members of other families, as well as Ratan and Kilian, were going to kill everyone there who would dare stand in their way. And that meant only one thing. They were going to kill everyone. Screams, blood, commotion, and groans. The blades rang, hitting each other, and light flashed from all the quick movements. It was wild, primitive. No matter how far progress leads us, human nature is always going to harbor a thirst for blood and predatory aggression. I would say it depends on the situation, but she's not off. She's not completely off. Everything came down to the desire to kill each other. Not this animation! Oh my god, poor us. We're sitting down there, don't know what to do. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay, good. Good that I didn't touch anything. I probably would have skipped that beautiful scene.
Follow me, and you will never be on your knees again.
Huh?
Neither our own nor someone else's. Rejected by all. A person without a home, a person without a past, will never have a future. Follow me, child. You will rise from the ruins of your kind and bring others to their knees. Instead of kneeling yourself. I started shaking. She was drawn by the scent of spilled blood. Mahadevi's whisper, so clear and close, could mean only one thing. The blood moon had risen and the Dark Mother had restored her full power. The Messiah was here, somewhere. Kiran! Oh, I am so weak. I am so weak, ladies and gentlemen. I am weak. Okay, Kiran, my child. I'm scared what she's gonna do to Kiran. Okay, but yeah, the Dark Mother is here and she's gonna start something, alright? She's gonna start something. And I don't know how to feel about that. But anyways, this was a great episode. Besides all this injustice, I went off in this episode. I could not stand all this bitching and Ritwik is dead. Yes, now Mrs. Chauhan comes in. Along with Vimal, all of these bitches, they all have to go. Yeah, and I am intrigued to know what next episode is. I hope that the next episode is out because this actually just feels like a stop situation. Yeah, I hope this I'm excited to see the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best and I will see you in another video. Bye.